There is a saying that first impression is the most lasting impression, right? I mean, wherever you go, people say that first impression is the last impression. So, this works in your job interview as well. And to create that positive impression, you need to prepare your self introduction. I mean, how you will introduce yourself in your job interview. So, hi everyone, myself Sonali, and welcome back to my channel. So, today in this video, I will be covering how to introduce yourself. I will be helping you in making your own introduction ready. So, yeah, let's just get started. Now, whenever you are preparing your self introduction, I mean, you do not have to make that introduction ready on page and by heart it and speak like a robot. No. So, you need to follow some do's and don'ts, and yeah, just I mean, mention whatever your introduction should have. So, keep that ready and try adding the things which you are doing in your life and which can make a difference from other candidates. Now, firstly, why introduction is necessary? You can just have I mean, you have all the details mentioned in your resume, still why you need to prepare for your introduction. So here it is why your introduction is necessary is because your rest of the interview is dependent on your introduction. I mean, what interview prepares questions in his mind to ask you based on your introduction. So yeah, that is why your introduction is necessary. Starting with the pointers, first thing you should not forget is keep it professional. I mean, you do not have to include everything about your personal information, like how many people are there in your family, or basically how you live with your family, what your parent does, or what your siblings are doing. No, that particular information is not necessary. The information which will help you in your career growth is that only information you are supposed to add. And now, along with keeping it professional, you also need to be very good at your communications. Overall interview, what interviewer mostly focus on is on your communication skills and the confidence you pursue. So let's have that outline on how you should prepare your introduction for an interview. The very first thing which you need to keep in mind is you need to always greet the interviewer. So it can be like, I mean, thanks for giving me this opportunity and hope you are keeping well for the day. So this is how you need to greet the interviewer first. Then in the second thing, you need to mention yourself, your name, and maybe basically where you are staying at. So here it is how you should be doing that is, hi, I am Sonali, or you can frame it like this, my name is Sonali and I stay in Satara district, which is in state Maharashtra. So this is how your name and residence details should be. Keep it very opt, keep it very, I mean, you do not have to mention everything about that place, just your name and the residence where you stay. So this is the second point. The first point was greet your interviewer. Second was mention your name and the residence where you stay. Now coming to the third point, it should always be your educational background. Now here the cherry on the cake is the thing that maybe if you are very good at your academics, you can mention your score in that. So how it should be, in my case, I will be framing it like, so I completed my HSC from XYZ college and I scored 91 percentage. Then coming to your degree, so I completed my BTech in 2017 and I scored 7.9 CGPA. So that is how your educational background should be. After educational background, the next point should be your skill sets. Now, how you will show that these are the skill sets which you have. So, if you are a fresher, you need to mention your projects which you have worked in your college life. I mean, there can be first year, second year, third year of projects, but through that projects, you need to mention which technologies you have worked on. And for the experienced people, they can mention their employment history. I mean, which companies they worked on or which kind of projects they worked on, and with the tenure basically. I mean, for how long they did work on this particular project and which technologies they worked. I can give you an example here. During my BTech project, I worked on the project, a web development project called reverse cooking application. So this particular application helped user to have that they had to input the ingredients, I mean which ingredients are available in their house, and our system will show the recipe using those ingredients which are available in their house. So for this I used HTML, CSS for front end. Then for db to store the data I used SQL, and for backend I used Java. So this is how my project detail should be if I'm a fresher. Now coming to the experienced people, they need to mention their recent project which they have worked on. So it can be, let's say they have 2 years of experience and in 2 years it is the second company, so they need to mention that the latest project which they have worked on and the skill sets which they have, in the similar fashion what I explained you for the fresher. Now next point will be you need to mention your achievements. So achievements can be anything. I mean, maybe you could have done some trainings through which you got the certification. I mean, you completed the certified courses, or maybe in college times you were awarded for some competition, or you cracked some coding competition. So it can be anything, but it is very important to mention your achievements, because it builds the confidence in the interviewer's mind that you are capable enough, not only in the technical terms but in any way, to handle the task. So it shows your leadership qualities, it shows your team player. So these achievements are very important to mention. So maybe I can give you an example, like, so I completed XYZ course and I was certified for the same. I was awarded as a good captain for the cricket team. So it can be anything. You need to just know your achievements, and you need to mention in very short. Now, apart from the achievements, it is also important to mention your hobbies. So next point should be you need to add your hobbies. It can be dancing, singing, it can be anything. So how you need to add is, apart from this my curriculum things, I also like to sing, and to get refreshed from my whole day work, I like to sing. So that is my hobby. And if you have any other hobby, you can mention that. In the end, I will give you the overview on what points you need to mention. So first was always greet your interviewer. The second was mention your name and the residence where you stay. The third one was, I mean, mention your educational background, then your projects, in the projects which you have worked on in your college days, and if you are an employee in some company, share your work experience. Then the next one is mention your achievements, and after that mention your hobbies. So this is how your introduction should be. It should not be very long. I mean, interview just gets very bored of it in the end. So keep it very minimal, but it should cover your basic information, which creates a confidence in the interviewer's mind. Now, to lastly conclude with this, you need to mention that, I mean, why this particular company is your dream job, or why this job is necessary for you. So maybe you can mention it like, I'm looking forward with this company because I have always dreamt of it, and to be financially independent, I am looking for job. You are entering into an IT profession. So maybe you can add it like, coding is your passion, and to follow my passion, I need to get this job. With this all points, I mean, you really do not have to by heart your introduction. I mentioned you this earlier as well, that you do not have to by heart your introduction. You just need to be very calm, and you need to answer on whatever points I have covered. So no one is going to tell that please be fast. I mean, you do not have to show that you have by hearted this. Tell whatever you have done in your college life, and that is how your introduction should be. It should be very minimal, it should be very calm, and it should be given with very confidence, so that interviewer finds interest in you.